Hello, I'm Mary Facci, the K-12 Executive Principal at New York Mills School. Like all of the things that we typically come together for, our annual, well-attended open house cannot be held in person this year. Therefore, we have produced this virtual open house to give parents the opportunity to match faces with new names and learn about individual course expectations, goals, and grading procedures in grades 7 through 12. This presentation was a collaborative effort of all grade 7 through 12 teachers to attempt to provide parents with the information you would normally receive at our annual in-person open house. But despite our best efforts, you may still have questions after viewing. If you do, please email or call the specific teacher, Mrs. Ellis, or myself with those questions so we can get them cleared up for you. The information in this video will be presented by department or teacher. You can fast forward to specific departments if you wish. See the notes in the video's description to see the exact timestamp to fast forward to in order to view a specific department or teacher. Parent-teacher conference signups also usually happen during open house. Conferences can still be scheduled with one teacher or multiple teachers virtually as needed. If you would like to schedule a conference, contact either the individual teacher or again Mrs. Ellis or myself if you need to meet with more than one. Wednesdays are reserved for teacher office hours during hybrid instruction, one-on-one virtual support for students, and makeup classes. Wednesdays can also be used to schedule these virtual parent conferences from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. If Wednesdays do not work, we can certainly work to accommodate you. Just give us a call or send us an email. Before we start the teacher portion of the program, I wanted to take a minute to let 7th grade parents and anyone new to the school know that we currently are still continuing extracurricular opportunities, and we encourage students to get involved. Involvement in extracurriculars has proven to increase students' self-esteem and help them make those important social connections that make school matter to them. In addition to cross-country and field hockey currently taking place, we have 3 additional clubs running that 7 through 12 students can get involved in. Student Council is one of them. Students in Student Council participate in school-wide spirit-building activities and give back to our community through various community service opportunities. This year, Student Council will also be spotlighting the positive traits discussed through P2, the Positivity Project. P2 will also be a focus in morning announcements to start the day off on a positive note. Technology Club is another option. With Mr. Eramo, the club advisor, students come together to explore their love of computers and technology. In past years, students have explored the concepts of computer programming, video game design, robotics, and electronics. This year, students will meet remotely via Google Meet. Another extracurricular option this year is Model UN and Multicultural Club. This club is the perfect fit for those curious about the world around them and how people in other countries live. Explorations will include food, music, and culture of all these faraway places. All interested students should contact Mrs. Wratten or Mrs. Davis to join and be sent the link to attend the meetings via Google Meet. As the year progresses, we hope to add additional extracurricular opportunities, and we'll keep you posted. In closing, I want to express that we feel such pride in our students and Marauder families in the way you have supported us and been flexible in adjusting to this very different school year. Thank you all for your patience and positive attitudes during the tumultuous school opening. With that being said, please enjoy the New York Mills Junior-Senior High School Virtual Open House.
Hi, my name is Mr. Papienuk, and I will be your child's English 10 teacher. English 10 is the building block to prepare students for the rigorous 11th grade Regents exam. This course continues the development of the students' basic English skills, following the New York State English Language Arts learning standards. Special emphasis is placed on reading fluency and student development through the study of literature in the following genres: short stories, novels, plays, and poems. The reading of nonfiction material is also stressed. The writing program, which is AIS, is closely related to the readings in the upcoming Regents exam in the student's 11th grade year. It is a chance for the students to ask questions and to receive one-on-one direction to strengthen their writing fluency and enhance comprehension for all the strategies taught. Description, exposition, narration, persuasion, and extensive practice with 11th grade Regents tasks are examples of all the major types of writing produced. Vocabulary development is heavily emphasized through literature, writing, and practice exercises to strengthen and increase scores on our PSAT and SAT scores. Please view your child's Google Classroom page. On this page, my grading policy, expectations, and assignments are posted. If you need to contact me, please send me an email, or better yet, we can set up a Google Meet to discuss any concerns. I am very excited to be back in the classroom and anticipate a great year. Hi, my name is Mr. Papienuk, and I will be your child's English 12 teacher. English 12 College Preparatory is a senior level course designed for students planning to attend a four-year college or university. The course is divided into 3 units of study. We have literature, composition, and public speaking. CP seeks to develop each student's intellectual skills of interpretation and analysis to continue the advancement of quality writing and to provide students with the skills and strategies that apply to the planning, preparation, and presentation stages of any type of speech. The research paper is the longest and most involved written assignment, spanning several weeks. Each student is required to write a paper and will be considered ineligible for graduation until a paper is submitted, as the student's English 12 average will be considered incomplete until the comprehensive assignment has been finalized and submitted. I will be sending a letter home detailing every step of the research paper process. This letter needs to be signed and sent back to me. It is very important that your child meets the deadlines. Finally, please view your son or daughter's Google Classroom page. On this page, my grading policy, expectations, and assignments are posted. If you need to contact me, please send me an email, or better yet, we can set up a Google Meet to discuss any concerns. I'm very excited to be back in the classroom and anticipate a great year. Thank you.
Happy open house, parents. My name is Aileen Viel, and I am your teacher's English 9, AP Literature, or American Society Through the Decades teacher. So this is my 10th year at New York Mills, and I'm sure that many of you may know me from either teaching your other children or from seeing me help coordinate student council events. So I am also this year the freshman class advisor. So I run a Google page entitled the Class of 2024, where I post entire grade level information as it pertains to all freshman students. And I have access to other grade levels to share information via student council. So therefore, if you have school-wide student activity questions, I may be the person to contact. So my plan this year in all classes is to try and live stream lessons when we are remote learning, as well as have my fully remote learners log on to live classes when students are present in the building. I think that live streaming creates a great class culture and that it will help students stay on task with assigned work. So that being said, I've been posting on Google Classroom a daily agenda of what I hope to cover in order to help students stay focused and to create clear guidelines for academic success. My class syllabus is available for viewing on Google Classroom. And the most accurate way to check any grades for your teenager is to consult School Tool and not Google Classroom. Sometimes Google Classroom only accounts for documents submitted in that fashion and not for other elements such as participation, attendance, and in-class work. So please feel free to email me with any questions or concerns, and together we can make this school year a positive and memorable experience for our students.
Hi parents, my name is Ron Klopfanstein, and I'll be teaching 11th grade ELA. And this year we'll be getting ready for the Regents test in June, and this is how we're going to do it. On Mondays or Tuesdays, we will meet up in the Google Classroom. On Thursdays or Fridays, we'll meet up in person. If you're an online-only student, however, I will have a Google Meet every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And on Fridays at 2:30, for any student who's interested, I'll have a makeup class or a tutoring class or just extra help. I would love to get to know all of you, so please send me an email or I can set up a Google Meet so we can talk. We're going to have a great year in 11th grade ELA.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Taylor. I am English 7 and 8 teacher. For English 8 students, welcome back. I missed your faces. I can't wait for us to start learning. English 7, welcome. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you. As always, you can find your assignments in Google Classroom. I have already sent parents a copy of the syllabus, so you have access to the syllabus. I will keep sending every other week on Thursdays and Fridays your parent check-in. So if there are questions that you have, please feel free to include them in the parent check-in. Notice that I ask you to complete the check-in prior to the end of the week so I can go over it over the weekends and give you feedback on Monday and answer whatever questions you have. You're welcome to drop in on Wednesdays when I do office hours. My office hours are listed in the syllabus that each of you received. As always, I am looking forward to teaching English 7 and 8, and have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Davis. I teach both 10th grade and 12th grade social studies here at New York Mills. I have the 10th graders on Monday and Tuesday, and I have the 12th graders on Thursday and Friday. Both sections of students should be logging in and completing work on the opposite days. It's also very important that the virtual students attend classes at their regular scheduled times. If you have any questions or concerns, please call me or email me. I'd be happy to answer them. I look forward to helping your student become more knowledgeable about the world. Have a nice day.
Mr. Allen's 9th and 11th grade students will meet in person on Thursday and Friday, and virtually via Google Meet on Mondays and Tuesdays. The Google Meets are required. It's important that students are on time, on task, and on camera. The Google Meets will be used for attendance purposes and also for their remote engagement points. You can email me with any questions or concerns.
Hi, I'm Ms. Spaziani, and if you have a child in 7th or 8th grade, I am their social studies teacher. On Mondays and Thursdays, I teach the 8th graders, and on Tuesdays and Fridays, I teach the 7th graders. It's important to keep in mind that students should be logged on during their block time on virtual days, and fully remote students should be logged on during their block during their scheduled day. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me anytime. We're going to have a great school year. We're going to make social studies great again.
I'm Mrs. Lovecchio. I teach Music 7, Music 8, and all of the chorus classes here, as well as in January, hopefully, we will get to the point where we'll have some drama going, but that will be pending the situation with everything going on in the world. So if your child is in 7th grade, they will have me for 7th grade music. If your child is in 8th grade, they will have me for 8th grade music. And if your child is a chorus kid, they will have me for chorus, either live in person. Either way, if your kid is in person or if they are a homeschool, please make sure that your child is recording into the Soundtrap app that we have, so that they are getting credit for their virtual days as well as their in-person days. And that goes for Music 7 and 8 as well. They need to make sure that they're in person one day and as well doing their work at home on the day that they are home. If you have any questions, please let me know. Grading and all of our information is in the syllabus, and I can email that to you if you did not already get it from your son or daughter.
Hi, I'm Mr. Pierce. You might remember me as the elementary chorus/general music teacher, but I've moved over, and this year I'm teaching elementary, junior high, and senior high band. And if your child is on a hybrid at the high school, then he or she will get one lesson or rehearsal with me in person, and on the remote days I'll be sending out assignments either through Soundtrap or through Google Classroom. If your child is completely remote, then I'll be setting up some lesson times where we can work over Google Meet or something like that, and we can do like a one-on-one lesson on their instrument or something like that, as well as the Google Classroom /Soundtrap assignments. If you have a younger sibling in elementary school, I'm in the process of getting the elementary program started, so keep your ears to the ground and be watching out for some emails. If you have any questions or need to get a hold of me, you can call me at the school or you can email at jpierce@newyorkmills.org. So I'm looking forward to having a great year in the instrumental program, and I'm looking forward to working with your children.
Hi everyone, I am Miss Pye, the art teacher. This year I'm teaching 7th, 8th, and high school. 7th and 8th grade are for 10 weeks only, and during that time we'll be doing a variety of different projects. All of our information is posted on our Google Classrooms, and 7th and 8th is really about looking at the elements of art, our toolbox, and then beginning to talk about building on those foundational tools, talking about the principles of design. When we move into high school with our Studio One and Advanced Art, also, all of our materials are on our Google Classroom site, including our syllabus. We begin to define ourselves as student artists and talk more in-depthly about how we can use the materials to communicate what we'd like to express to our audience. And hopefully have a lot of fun throughout all of our grades and classes. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and have fun making art with your kids. Thanks.
Hello, I am Mrs. Chambrone, and Introduction to Computers is the first course that I will go over. It is a full year course. I'm going to give you an overview, and then we'll get into a little bit about grading and expectations. So far, students have studied, they've refreshed their memories on cyberbullying, internet safety, online behavior, and internet search tips. This week, we're starting to talk about repetitive stress injuries and proper technique. This can be more tough for some than for others, but at the end of the course, or sooner, students will usually be amazed at the progress that they make. So we will begin to focus specifically on Google Docs, which is a word processing program, and learn all of its features. In Google Docs, we will work on areas such as MLA formatted reports, on graphs, tables, proper correspondence, whether it be through email, memorandums, or letters, formatting and positioning of word art and images. We're also going to talk about copyrights and when you can and when you can't use an image. We all do this while continually monitoring our progress and our speed and accuracy. And last, we move over to spreadsheets using Google Sheets, unless hopefully, fingers are crossed, we move back into full-time school by then. And in that case, we will use Microsoft Excel. Here we will learn how to format and write formulas, how to calculate and solve what-if scenarios. Students will be graded in 4 areas. And the areas that they will be graded in is their classwork, which is a combination of their attendance and their homework. This will account for 55% of their average. And next, quizzes, which will account for 15% of their average. Speed and accuracy drills, which won't begin until the second marking period, will count for 10% of their average. And finally, their benchmark exams, which are given during weeks 10, 20, 30, and 40. Those will count each marking period for 20%. If a student is absent, the work is always on Google Classroom for all of their remote days as well. Students will be in person or joining via Zoom or Google Meet the other days. It's important that students do attend, and it is truly imperative that if they do have questions, that they ask on Wednesdays when we have our remote opportunities for the students. Okay, next I'm going to go on to the principles of accounting, and this is an MVCC 3-credit course. It is dual credit, and again, I am Jeanie Chambrone. This is the Principles of Accounting, dual credit through Mohawk Valley Community College. It is a full year class. Topics that we cover here are a full accounting cycle. Students will be exposed to journalizing, posting, adjusting, closing entries, preparing primary financial statements. We will be doing all of this material both manually at first, and then through Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, and then finally through an accounting program that is online, which goes along with our textbook. This will give students a look at many ways that accountants and bookkeepers do their jobs. Per the MVCC syllabus, we will talk specifically about business accounting, sole proprietorships, partnerships in the form of a service business and in the form of merchandising businesses. We work through decision making based on financial statements, banking, inventory, budgeting, and payroll. We are monitored closely by our MVCC liaison, and he does collect student work and routinely checks in with us to see if we are on target. I've been trying to do the majority of the instructions in person, but on our remote day, I do Zoom in with the students. That way I can check their progress and make sure that they're not having any issues before we get to class. Assignments are posted on Google Classroom on remote days, along with PowerPoint notes for each of the sections that we go over. As far as grading, there are 4 components. First is the classwork, which consists of homework and attendance, 35%. Projects and application problems, which follow each chapter, 25%. End of chapter tests, which count for 20% of the student's average. And finally, benchmark exams at the end of 10 weeks, 20, 30, and 40 weeks. Again, work is on Google Classroom, and if students are having issues on Wednesdays, we can take some extra time and get some extra help. Okay, the next class, I'm Jeanie Chambrone. This is Principles of Marketing, MVCC, dual credit. And this course is offered in the spring, and upon successful completion, students are awarded 3 MVCC credits. This course teaches the basic practices, concepts, activities involved in developing a successful marketing program. Areas of study include buyer behavior, market identification, product development, distribution, promotion, pricing, and uncontrollable factors such as economic, social, political, legal, and technologic that are involved in changing marketing environments today. As with the other MVCC dual credit courses that are taught, we are monitored closely by our MVCC liaison. He does collect student work and routinely checks in with us to see if we are on target. If we are not back to 100% in person by the spring semester, we will be doing the majority of our work and instruction in person on our in-person days and via Zoom or Google Meet for those joining us remotely. At any given time, we may be joined by our MVCC liaison, so students should always make sure that they're prepared. On our remote days, I will make sure that the students meet with us on Zoom for a bit, and then they can go on and do their assigned work. Assignments are posted on Google Classroom on remote days, along with PowerPoint notes for each section that we go over. As with my other classes, grading is the same, 4 major components. 35% is homework and attendance. 25% is for projects and quizzes. End of the chapter tests are 15%. And student averages are calculated with a 30 and a 40-week benchmark exam. Those are 20% each. And the 40% or the 40-week is also a final exam for the students. It is imperative that the class not be missed, whether meeting remotely or in person, because students need to maintain certain assignments and certain work through MVCC. I'm available for extra help on Wednesdays, and students should schedule time with me prior to. Thank you. Next class is Advanced Accounting. This is an independent study course. It is for those ambitious learners who enjoyed Accounting 1. This is also a full year course. Content will focus on the full accounting cycle of a corporation, and then we go into departmentalized business accounting. Materials will focus around analyzing transactions, recording transactions in special journals, preparing various financial statements, keeping up-to-date records in different ledgers, calculating appreciation and depreciation of assets, doing a little bit of work again this year with payroll, and end of the year adjusting, closing, and entries. As with the first year students, we will work through both manual and then go to Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel to give students additional exposure. Students will obtain their work from Google Classroom on Tuesdays and on Fridays, since this is independent study. This will include instructional PowerPoint slides and examples of teacher-completed work to help the students before they venture off on their assignments. Grading is as we did it last year. Homework and attendance is 35%. Projects, application problems are 25%. End of chapter tests, 20%. And we do have benchmark exams at the end of weeks 10, 20, 30, and 40 for 20%. Again, I'm available on Wednesdays via Zoom and during student study halls during block number 3 on Blue Day number 1. Personal finance is an MVCC class, dual credit. This class will award students 3 MVCC credits upon successful completion. It is a half-year course and it is offered in the fall. This course teaches the fundamentals of personal finance. Students learn how to create a financial plan, manage personal finances, and reach personal goals. Topics that we will go over include establishment of financial objectives, budgeting, savings, personal income tax, investments, insurance, effective management of credit, retirement, and estate planning. As with all of our classes that are MVCC sponsored, we are monitored very closely by the MVCC liaison, and he does collect student work. He routinely checks in to see if we are on target. And I have also been trying to do the majority of my instruction in person and via Zoom or Google Meet for those that are joining us remotely. On our remote days, I have students Zoom in with me for a bit so that I can check their progress and go over areas that students may be having problems with. Assignments are always posted on Google Classroom. Each marking period is based on, again, 4 components: attendance and homework, 35% of the student average, projects and quizzes for 25%, end of chapter tests, 15%, and finally, the benchmark exam for weeks 10 and 20, 20% each. The 20-week exam would be the final exam in this class.
Hi there, this is Mrs. Milone. I teach Spanish here at New York Mills, 7th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. We have a great program here. We have 7th and 8th grade is considered 1 unit of study. So we cover about 12 different topics in 7th grade, another 12 in 8th grade, and then at the end of 8th grade we take a regionally developed exam. When we take that exam, it gives us our first high school credit. So it transfers, that credit transfers to the high school. Then you go on to Spanish 2, which would be in 9th grade, and we cover both past tenses and 2 future tenses, so it's pretty intense. And then in 10th grade, if you go on to 10th grade, we are all set with the tenses that we learned in 9th grade, so there's not a lot of new tenses. It's a lot of practicing with speaking and some cultural stuff. And we take another exam at the end of the 10th grade, and that will give you your basically 3 units of study. 7th and 8th grade is considered 1 unit, 9th grade is another, and 10th grade is considered the 3rd unit of study. Why that's important is colleges are really looking for that entrance. If you want to get into a 4-year college, they're looking for you to have studied 3 units of a language. And once you do that, that's kind of the hardest part, because then your junior and senior year, if you decide you want to go on, you can take college credit, dual credit courses that we offer here. So you get credit here at our school, but also you get 3 credits in the fall and 3 credits in the spring of your junior year, and you can continue in your senior year, 3 more credits in the fall and 3 more credits in the spring, and you can get 12 full credits. If you know anything about college, maybe your brother or sister has gone to college, in order to get a minor for most things, you only need 15 credits. So you almost graduate high school, you can with a minor in a foreign language, which is pretty awesome. A foreign language can open tons of doors for you, whether you're going into the medical field, the legal field, sales, diplomacy. if you want to travel, there's tons of study abroad programs at college. This year is kind of a little bit of an exception, but they have great programs at college for you to do study abroad. It'll give you confidence, it'll give you some satisfaction to be able to talk with people, because Spanish is one of the top 3 languages spoken in the entire world by the most people. So I hope that you will continue with Spanish, and we're going to have a great year here. If you have any concerns, questions, or you want to know more or understand a little bit more, send me an email, bmalone@newyorkmills.org. Thank you so much.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Madame Wratten. My name is Mrs. Wratten, and I am the French teacher for 7th through 12th grades here at New York Mills, and I also teach 8th grade Spanish. I'm really excited to tell you about our program here. We're very proud of it. I'll start with the 8th grade Spanish. So I tag team with Mrs. Milone, who does the 7th grade Spanish and then the 9th and beyond grades. I take over for the 8th grade Spanish and help students reach their goal of taking and passing the Checkpoint A exam. And that is the credit that Spanish students and French students need in order to get their high school credit in foreign language, or LOT, and graduate from high school. So that's one of my classes that I teach. The French program is something that we're very proud of here as well as our Spanish program. We have a program that starts at 7th grade, and it is a 2-year program, so 7th and 8th grade. At the end of 8th grade, students earn that high school credit that I just mentioned. French students also take the Checkpoint A exam and get their high school credit. After that, students move on to the 9th and 10th grade sequences, where at the end of the 10th grade, they take what's called the Checkpoint B exam, and that earns them their Regents Diploma with Advanced Designation. And that is the diploma that most 4-year colleges look for from our students. So we also offer options beyond that for French students, where they are able to earn dual credits. So in 11th grade, students can take the 201-202 sequence or the dual credit sequence through MVCC. It's a free program. Students don't need to pay for these college credits, but at the end of 2 semesters, they walk away with 6 full credits. At the senior year level, we offer another sequence through the dual credit program, and students come away with another 6 college credits in French. So ultimately, if students decide to follow the 7th through 12 French program, you can walk away with 12 free college credits, which is a great opportunity. That gives students the chance to either meet and complete their foreign language requirement for colleges, or they can go in with the intent to continue their studies in French, so they can either minor in it or major in it. So French is often considered to be a dying language, unfortunately. And it's also one of the reasons some people decide not to study it. But the reality is that French is still very much spoken around the world. And I often have former students who come back and tell me all the different ways in which French played an important role for them. Significantly, if students are interested in entering science, they find that many of the conferences are attended by French-speaking people, and they find that they are able to make important connections with those people who speak French. Also, students who go on into the military often find that if they didn't go on with French, that they wish that they had, because the recruiting officers often look for people who are able to speak French and help them out in French-speaking countries, because we do service in many African countries in which French is spoken. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of you. If anyone ever has any questions for me about French or our program or the 8th grade Spanish program, I welcome you to contact me. My email is mwratten@newyorkmills.org. Merci et au revoir.
Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Brian Edmonds. I am the New York Mills technology education teacher. I teach middle school and high school technology here. I do 7th and 8th grade middle level tech, as well as a high school level drones course through MV. Obviously things have changed a little bit this year with kids not being here every day. But when they are here, I'm doing my absolute very, very best to make sure these kids are engaged in some hands-on activities and having fun, and hopefully, just enjoying themselves, because learning should be fun. In 7th grade right now, the kids I've already started their hot air balloon project, in 8th grade. The kids are starting their airplane project, and my goal is just to get these kids outside and hopefully just engaging themselves in such a way that they can be productive and focused this year. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns this year, definitely give me a call or reach out to me on email, which would probably be the best way. My email contact is bedmonds@newyorkmills.org. And thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Kirkland, and I teach Family Consumer Science at New York Mills. Family Consumer Science is designed to be taught in 2 years. Family Consumer Science 1 is a 10-week class, and Family Consumer Science 2 is a 20-week class. Both classes are meeting Monday and Tuesday, and then virtual Thursday and Friday. If you have any questions or concerns on Family Consumer Science, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. The Family Consumer Science class is a quick one. I only have them for 10 weeks, so it can get by them pretty quickly if they're not completing their assignments on time. Family Consumer Science 2 is a 20-week class. I have them until January. It's a little bit more structured, and I have a lot more time with them than I do the first class. I also teach 12th grade senior seminar. Right now, me and Mrs. Ellis are trying to get them ready for their pursuits after high school. We have been working our way through a red book that I put together for them. If you ask them about it, I'm sure they'll take it out of their backpacks and show it to you. In that has all the information you could possibly need right now as far as college applications, financial aid, student loans, and scholarships. We have divided out the classes so that we're working with each of them, that they have a plan for after graduation. So it's my hope that they leave New York Mills with some life pursuits that they would like to accomplish. If you have any questions or concerns as far as any of that, please don't hesitate to email me or call me. Thank you.
This is the New York Mills High School Physical Education 2020-2021. My name is Mrs. Dziekan. If you need to get a hold of me, you reach me at ADZIEKAN@newyorkmills.org. I am the girls and boys 7 through 12 physical education. I coach varsity girls cross country, girls basketball, and varsity track and field.
Hi, my name is Mr. Ricco. If you have any questions or concerns, first of all, you can reach me at arico@newyorkmills.org. I am the boys and girls high school physical education teacher. I also teach health grade 10. I'm the varsity football coach, varsity bowling coach, and the varsity golf coach. This year's physical education emphasis and focus, students will learn about physical fitness and perform physical fitness tasks, as well as yoga, meditation, Tai Chi, and various aerobic and anaerobic activities. Lessons will include strength and conditioning components, dynamic and static stretching, and human anatomy and physiology will also be discussed.
This year's uniform policy is students are not required to wear a New York Mills physical education uniform this year. However, students attending in-school physical education must have athletic sneakers and socks, shorts and t-shirt, and or sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Because we will be going outside, weather permitting, a hat and sunglasses are also allowed. Long hair should be tied back for safety reasons. Jewelry, watches, etc. are not allowed and should be left at home.
This year, cell phones and earbuds will be permitted in outdoor physical education class to listen to music only. If a student is found using their cell phone in any other manner, it will be confiscated and given to the administration.
The class makeup policy, it is the student's responsibility to arrange with the instructors to make up a class, test, or other assignment. If a student is absent for an extended period of time, they are required to write a 3-page paper about the reasons why they are missing physical education. There is a guideline of questions to help the student.
Our grading policy. Attendance is 20% of your grade. Show up on time for every class and you'll be okay. Citizenship, 30%. All we ask is you to conform to the school rules and classrooms and regulations. Behavior and conduct during class are a must. And then participation and effort is 50% of your grade. The students must come properly dressed, and participate for the entire class. A student that displays a lack of effort will not receive participation credit for the day. Medical excuses verified by a physician are the exception.
Thank you very much. We are looking forward to a very healthy and safe school year. This is Andrea Dziekan. I am the boys and girls 7th grade health instructor. The course this year is a 20-week course, and it will finish January 29th after midterms. This course is New York State mandated, and it is required in the 10th grade also. The course will cover various topics on mental, social, and physical health. We will follow the New York State mandates, which are personal health and safety, safe and healthy environment, and resource management. We will also address current issues as they occur. This is a remote class only for all 7th grade boys and girls. Students will be responsible for assignments on Wednesday and Fridays per Google Classroom. Please have your students check the dates. In the future, we may have Google Meets and/or I will have a short lesson taped. We will use the book Teen Health Course 1 by Glencoe as a guide, which is attached to your students' Google Classroom under Materials. I expect this will be a fun and interactive course. We will share health and wellness experiences and grow together as individuals. The grading scale is 50% assignments, homework, projects, 30% quizzes and tests, and 20% remote engagement, turning in assignments on the due dates expected Wednesday and Fridays. Any problems or concerns, you may contact me. Thank you, and let's have a healthy and safe year.
Hi, welcome to High School Health Education. My name is Mr. Ricco. You can reach me at my email address. It's aricco@newyorkmills.org. The course description for health. Health is a state-mandated course that is required for graduation. In this class, students will learn to use many skills to help them make healthy decisions while maintaining or improving their current health status. These skills include self-management, relationship management, stress management, communication, decision-making, goal setting, and advocacy. The goals of the course is for students to develop the skills necessary to live healthy, active lives, and to empower students to use the skills they have gained to make informed decisions that will enhance the quality of their personal, family, and community life. Required supplies for the class are a binder or notebook specifically for health, a pen or pencil, and a Chromebook. If you have a smartphone, that is optional. The course topics we will be covering this year will be health and wellness, first aid, CPR, and use of an AED, healthy relationships, violence prevention, mental and emotional health, human sexuality, alcohol, tobacco, and other drug use, nutrition, and physical fitness. Google assignments will be done on the computer. There will be assignments, assessments, videos, or project-based assignments will be posted through the Google Classroom. My rules are simple. Be respectful, be responsible, be ready to learn. Cell phone use is prohibited unless part of the lesson. All cell phones must remain face down on the desk or out of sight and turned off. In the event in the classroom that a rule is not followed, the student will receive a consequence based on the following system. First, they will receive a verbal warning. Second, a lunch detention. Third, a phone call home to the parent or guardian. And finally, a formal disciplinary write-up will go to the principal. Tardiness. It's expected that you come to the class on time and be prepared. In the event that you do come late to class without a pass, the consequence of the hierarchy will be put into action. Attendance and medical excuses. If you're absent from school, you're required to come in and make up any work that is missed. During the first aid, CPR, and AED unit, students are required to attend every lesson. Medical excuses are accepted, and a legal excuse in which the student is required to make up any work that is missed. Our grading policy. Each unit and activity is graded using various rubrics and written assessments that reflect the New York State and National Health Education standards. The percentage for each category varies depending on the unit. The New York State Health and Education Standards and National Health Education Standards are available on the internet. Grades are for participation and your bell ringer assignments, it's 44% of your grade. Projects and assignments are 17% of your grade. And quizzes and tests are 39% of your grade for a total of 100%. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please have your student reach out to me or reach out to me in my email. Otherwise, let's have a safe, wonderful, and healthy New Year.
Hello, my name is Michael Eramo. I teach Regents Physics, AP Computer Science A, Applied Physical Science, and Algebra 1B here at New York Mills. I also run the National Honor Society and the Technology Club here. This year for our courses, I'll be updating all grades in both Google Classroom and in School Tool. School Tool grades will be updated roughly once per week. If you ever have a question or concern about your child's performance in their class, please feel free to just email me and I'll respond as soon as I can. I look forward to a great year and I can't wait to teach your child. Thanks.
Hi everybody, I'm Audrey Foote and I teach 7th grade science and chemistry. All students at the beginning of the year got a copy of the syllabus and a letter home to you. It has my contact information if you ever need to contact me. I'll be updating School Tool when I have time. Who knows when that'll be, but I'll try to be a couple of times a week. If you have any questions, either call the school, leave a message, or email me. Thanks everybody.
Hello, my name is Sarah Gaasch. I teach Regents Living Environment and Biology 101 and 102. I'm really looking forward to teaching all of your students for the year. If you have any questions or concerns during the year, please feel free to email me. You can find all of the course information along with my contact information on my Google website, which you can access through the New York Mills webpage. If you have any types of questions or concerns, please let me know. I look forward to spending the year with your students.
Hello, my name is Brittney Kessler and I am the Earth Science teacher and the middle school 8th grade science teacher. I look forward to working with everyone this year. If you need any information or have any questions about how the course is run, you can contact me via email or you can get information from the Google site, which I have posted on the New York Mills webpage. As far as grades, School Tool will be updated once a week, and all grades will also be on your students' Google Classroom, so you can get Guardian summaries of that. I hope we have a great year.
Hi, I'm Kevin Getman with the math department here at New York Mills. I've been teaching here since 2001, so this is my 20th year teaching here. This is the first year I'm teaching full year Math 8, but that goes along with my other courses, calculus, pre-calculus, statistics, and algebra 2. Each of those courses has its differences, but the one thing that's consistent across the board is my homework policy, and that is that if you want to improve your grade, do any sort of remakes or extra credit, you have to have all your homeworks done for each quarter. So that's an important policy. I wanted everybody to be aware of that. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at kgetman@newyorkmills.org, and have a good year.
Hello, my name is Stephen Davis. I'm a member of the math department here at New York Mills. This is my second year here, and this year I will be teaching 7th grade, algebra, and geometry. This year we will be working directly from the eMath instruction book. Those were handed out the first day of class. Though each course has different curriculum, the expectations are all the same. Students are required to upload documents and homework onto the Google Classroom and be attentive and ready to work when they're in class. The course is fast-paced and builds upon itself. If students have any issues or trouble, I highly recommend that they reach out right away, as they don't want to fall behind. If anybody needs anything or you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me at sdavis@newyorkmills.org.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Clemens. I will be teaching applied geometry and algebra 1A this year. The syllabuses for both of those classes are up on Google Classroom. The only big change that we have this year will be in them submitting their homework. They will, if they have math on Monday, block 1, they will have an assignment that they have to submit by Thursday by the end of block 1. Other than that, there's no real big changes from the way we've done it in the past. If you have any questions or concerns throughout the school year, please feel free to email me at mclemens@newyorkmills.org. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to having a great year with your kids.
Hi, this is Jean Marley. I am part of the New York Mills Special Ed Department here. My contact information is jmarley@newyorkmills.org. We help a lot of students here in our building. If you need extra help, or if you need directions for an assignment, or if you need just to touch base with somebody, we are your people. So reach out to us anytime you have any questions or concerns, and we will help you out.
Hello all, I am Santina Tomeno at New York Mills. I primarily work with grades 8 through 10. If you ever need anything, my email is stomaino@newyorkmills.org, and I primarily push into English and math classes. So come into the special ed suite, which is in the library, if you ever have any questions, and here's to a great year.
Hello, my name's Marissa Treen. I'm one of the special education teachers here at New York Mills. This year I'll be working with our 7th grade students. If you have any questions, you can email me at mtreen@newyorkmills.org. Looking forward to a great year. Bye.
Hi everybody, my name's Cindy St. James. I'm a teaching assistant with the special ed department here at New York Mills. I work with all grades 7 through 12. You'll find me in 7th grade science and even 12th grade English. If you need anything, my email is cstjames@newyorkmills.org, and I'm looking forward to the great rest of the year. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Davis.
And I'm Mrs. Wratten.
And together we are the advisors of the Model UN Multicultural Club. The Model UN section has students attend conferences in colleges where they go and role play what it's like to solve world problems as different countries. It's a great experience for students who want to learn political motivations and public speaking skills. We encourage all 8th graders and above to consider attending.
For the Multicultural Club, what we are planning to do for this year are a couple of fun projects. So we are looking at the possibility of creating things like recipe books that have foods and dishes from around the world, including things like Christmas cookies or holiday winter cookies, treats from around the world that we can share and kind of cook and try out for ourselves. We also are looking at the possibility of doing community service that will help us reach out to the community and be involved with some of the multicultural communities that exist in our area.
Any 7th grader through 12th grader who is interested in learning more about the world and pursuing some fun project ideas should contact either me or Mrs. Wratten, and we will join them into our Google Meets. Have a nice day.